Holy shit. Hi. Hey guys, welcome to my page. Anyways, I'm Nayenda. I'm a California-based singer. The other day, I asked you guys in my story that if you'd like to get to know me, feel free to ask me any questions. I definitely got a lot of questions, so I was gonna answer them in this video today. Feel free to check out my music. It's in my bio. My first single, Rip Struggle Love, is available on all platforms, and I also have my second single coming out very, very soon. So let's go ahead and get into the questions and see what kind of madness you guys asked me. Let's go. I definitely got a lot of questions. So, and this is just full disclosure, I don't actually like letting people know anything about myself. So I picked out as many questions as I could. Anything that was kind of repetitive, I just kind of cut out. So we'll just get right into it. Also make sure that you check out my first single ever, Rip Struggle Love. It is available on all streaming platforms. I'm pretty sure I'll have that in the bio below. I'll put like a little ding so you can check it. So let's get right into it. So the first question I have is, what's your sign? So if you are not super into astrology, I am a Capricorn sun. My birthday is on January 16th, 1994. I only act like that because some of my favorite singers like Aaliyah, her birthday, we shared the same birthday. If you are into astrology or you want to know my big three are, I'm a Capricorn sun, I'm a Pisces moon, and I am a Scorpio rising. And in Eastern astrology, I'm actually a Libra rising, which I feel like I can kind of feel both. I think it's because of the degree, but anyway, so yeah, that's my sign. Question number 2, what existence do you claim the most? Queen, goddess, or superwoman? It was a very interesting question, actually. That was intense. I would say goddess, probably, because a goddess or a god is an active creator of their own reality, and I do identify as somebody that co-creates their own reality and does not just allow life to happen to me, but actually makes life happen. So I would definitely identify as a goddess over a queen or a superwoman. Let's just be clear, let's deify ourselves, why not? Why would I be a queen if I could be a goddess? You know what I'm saying? The queen worships the goddess. Anyway, come back. Which one is your favorite pictures of yourself? So I have 2 favorite pictures of myself. The first favorite picture of myself is this one right here. And that actually is behind the scenes of a music video shoot I was in last June. I forget the name of the song. Oh, that's so bad. But the artist name is Real Del. I'll be sure to post it somewhere here. And I do want you guys to check that out. And it was just my eyes. Like, I really like my eyes. And any time that I can accomplish that like piercing gaze, like on purpose, I get so excited. So that's my first favorite picture. And then my second favorite picture over here is actually my favorite picture because my grandma liked these pictures. So I actually was in this photo shoot. I think it was either a week or a few days before my great grandmother passed away. And my great grandmother, she was a Cancer, super girly. And she just really liked those pictures. And I showed her on her deathbed. And she really liked the pictures, so I like the pictures. And also mirrors to me have a really big spiritual significance. So I really like that picture. And also it's like all nature and shit. Like I'm about to post those pictures. I love it. I just love the flowers and the ferns and the forest. I feel like a princess. Anyway, question 4. Besides singing, what's another passion of yours? I am passionate about human psychology. I am passionate about social justice and humanitarianism. I'm passionate about, I think I'll leave it there. There's a lot of things I'm passionate about, and typically I don't get into anything unless I'm a very obsessive person. So if I'm in it, I'm like, and actually, a little fun fact, before I decided to go full throttle with this music thing, I was majoring in psychology. I was a straight A student. I took a break from school to prioritize music because I did feel like I was more passionate and cared more about music than psychology. I feel like I'll probably go back and get my degree in psychology after I kind of establish this music thing, just because I'm definitely somebody that I can't do something unless I feel extremely passionate about it. And when I went to school for psychology, I when I went to school for psychology, I was doing it because I was recently leaving a really strict environment where I didn't really have the freedom to do whatever I wanted. And music to me just seemed so outlandish that I was like, I need to pick something that's a little bit safer. And my grandma is a social worker, and I've always kind of been that therapist friend. I've always really been interested in the human psyche and how it can really affect how we interact with the world around us. My mother actually struggles with some mental health issues, and because of how much I love my mom, I've always kind of really like keenly observed her and like how she interacted with the world, how she viewed the world, and how her specific experiences in her life kind of shaped, even potentially warped that perspective, and also how changing her mind or changing her perspective helps her to view the world in a different area. So I would definitely say I got passionate about human psychology because of my mother, and I'm still very passionate about my mother. She's the primary reason why I will go back and finish it. But my mom wanted to be a singer before anything, and I wanted to be a singer before anything. So I definitely wanted to just be fair to myself and be true to myself. And if you don't really want to prioritize being a psychologist in life and you want to be a musician, well then I think that that's what you need to invest more time and energy into. And then psychology is always going to be there. I always feel like I'm a natural born psychologist, but yeah. So the human psyche, social justice, women's rights, but human rights in general, but women's rights specifically. Very passionate about just anything that pertains to like disenfranchised communities, the underdog. I'm just really passionate about that. But yeah. Okay, so where do you see yourself in 5 years? I see myself on every magazine cover, on the TV screen, and every billboard, jumbotron shit popping, like I am going to be in your face. More than anything right now, I just want to be a successful musician. And that's exactly where I see myself in 5 years. Shit, I see myself there next year. I see myself there this year. That's the only thing I see in myself, and that's exactly what I'm trying to prioritize. So, question 6. How long have you been singing? I've been singing my whole life. I've been able to sing my whole life. Like I said a little bit earlier, my mom sings. She actually was about to sign a record deal, but then she got pregnant with me. And then she said that she knew how dangerous the music industry could be and that she'd rather not put her daughter through that. So my mother can sing. My great grandma, the one that passed away, she was a phenomenal singer. I think that she was what's called a falcon soprano. So it's like all those crazy high notes. My grandma hit all those high notes with ease. It was almost like it was her range, but yeah, a lot of singers on both sides of my family. On my dad's side, like my uncle was part of a salsa band. Like my father has like a big ass mixing board that he was gonna send me, which I actually didn't know what that was for until recently. And now I'm like, do I really need that? But if you're gonna send it, I'll take it. If you watch this, I'm gonna take it. Just let me know if you're gonna send it. But yeah, so music is just part of my family, part of the bloodline. So I've been singing my whole life. I'll probably get more into talent shows and shit like that in the next question, because I do have another question that I was gonna get more into that, but I can go into it here. I just, long story short, won a shit ton of talent shows, was in a lot of plays and stuff like that. But even I was in dance class for a while, but because of financial issues when I grew up, I grew up pretty poor. So I never actually got a chance to really go and explore any of it. So I'm trying to do it now. Yeah, okay. Who are your favorite artists? So my favorite artists, just consistently, because they're always changing, Beyonce's my favorite vocalist and performer, just like hands down. I'm just gonna call her the favorite because she's a woman. But prior to her essentially just yanking her position as being my favorite vocalist, it would have been Michael Jackson, Mark Anthony. I really like Virgos, apparently. Those are all Virgos, but Michael Jackson, growing up, I had an unhealthy obsession. Like I said, I'm an obsessive bitch. So Michael Jackson, fully obsessed. I watched every single music video, every single, you know, back in like the 80s when he had like those movie music videos, like it'd be like a whole movie production, which is funny because Beyonce actually did the same thing. I didn't think about that. Anyway, but I was just amazed by Michael Jackson. I still am. Prince is somebody that I am definitely amazed by, simply because of his rebelliousness and his refusal to stay silent in situations that were unjust in his perspective, and also his fearlessness to embrace himself as he fully was. There are certain parts of myself that I'm not ashamed of, but I definitely keep hidden. And I'm trying to work those parts out of myself now, because I'm just a really reserved person. But I'm not reserved in the sense of like, oh, I'm shy. I'm not like shy, it's just I don't trust a lot of people, and I don't trust a lot of people like seeing all of me. So it's really a test of vulnerability, this being an artist, this making music shit. It's a really big test of vulnerability for me, and that's why I love Prince. Beyonce though, for a woman to have such a demanding and powerful presence, and to still maintain that level of humility and friendliness and kindness and helpfulness, I really admire that about her, but also her dedication to her craft. It's like Beyonce's focused on her music, and you can hear it. Her voice, her dance, everything, just that amount of focus, that attention to detail that I'm trying to master now. She amazes me. Like, she's not human. I'm convinced. I know that she's not fucking human. And I really admire her for that. So I would definitely say that she is my favorite artist. Honestly, she's about to be overall. And then there's a lot of other artists as well. I'm naming vocalists because I'm a singer. Mark Anthony, hello. Like, I'm Puerto Rican too, so there's that, but just amazing vocalist. I'm really into vocalists. If I were to go into rappers, it'd be a totally different story. I'm not gonna go into rappers, but that's a different topic for a different day. Okay, when we gon' collab, Corey, make sure you check out Corey's music as well. I'm gonna put that like aquí, like right here. He's a really good rapper. And to answer your question, Corey, you know where to find me. So what's up? And I told you that when I saw you, so now you know, you already know. Okay. Question 9, can I take you out? I have a couple of goals that I would like to accomplish before I die. There's like this obsession with assassinating me. You can assassinate me after I finish all that shit. I don't want to be taken out yet. Anyways, how do you create balance for yourself? Okay, how do you create balance for yourself?
I don't.
And if you have any advice, please let me know. No, but in terms of like tasks and in the secular field, I have a planner, but I'm not really good at using it. I'm not good at using it, but I do use it to kind of organize my thoughts, because I'm always all over the place. Like, anybody that's ever had a conversation with me knows, like, I'm like ding, 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 ding. And it's like, believe it or not, I will finish all of those things, but it won't be in the most like streamlined way. It'll definitely be in a very ding, 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 ding. And when it all gets done, it's like, okay, she did finish it. But I'm actually not that good at maintaining balance. I swing between hyperfixation and disinterest a lot. So it's like, if I happen to be in that mode of hyperfixation, I can get really productive. But then as soon as I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore, I'm prone to leaving a project for like weeks on end. So I'm not the best at maintaining balance when it comes to my tasks. If anybody has any advice, I get advice a lot, but if anybody has any advice, I would love it. As somebody that has ADHD, it's not easy to maintain balance, but fortunately enough, when you're talking about like emotional or spiritual balance, I am a big meditator. I'll always say it with anybody that knows me, because not a lot of people like get close to me like that. But people that know me will know that I will just stop and meditate in the middle of, we'll be in the car jamming, I'll just put some headphones and I'll start meditating. I will meditate for anything at any point in time. Meditation, if you're into like chants, like the Pij mantras, like I'm really into that. It just helps me to maintain homeostasis psychologically, and I think that that's the most important part for anybody in anybody's life, is to be able to maintain that balance psychologically. That's something that I am good at. I don't often get taken out of whack, psychologically speaking. Now, actually, like with my tasks, all over the place, but like mentally or emotionally, that's the way that I maintain balance. And I always try to focus on what other people are doing. Not other people are doing, but like what their circumstances are. If something happens to be a little fucked up around me, I'll try to understand something from somebody else's perspective or whatever. And I won't do it to my detriment though. It'll be like, okay, like this guy, he's been through a lot in the past year, and I don't think that he's necessarily doing this to hurt me or to do anything harmful to me intentionally. I think that he's just coping with it in his own way. I'm just gonna leave it alone like that. So I'm a very pensive person, but I think I'm taking too long on that question. Moving on. Okay, when are we recording a hit together? When I'm mobile. When I'm mobile. I'm not mobile yet, but I'm almost there. So we're getting there. I promise you I'm gonna be outside this summer. I'm gonna be outside this summer. Mainly to promote my shit. Are you single? We all want to know. No, I'm not single. I am actually very much plural. I shouldn't have copied that accent because I have you'll see soon. One of the questions is from a friend in the UK. Okay, do you play any instruments? Actually, I learned to play the clarinet in middle school. I don't know if I still know how to play it though. The funny story behind that, you'll notice I'm somebody that, like, when it comes to trying something new, I will get in very close proximity before I actually get involved. So like I tell people all the time, like I started modeling first because I was afraid to get into music, but it got me close to musicians to kind of understand how making music worked. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make my own music now. So with band and the clarinet, I actually got into band because I wanted to get close to choir. So I think I'm just an observant person. So I was like, okay, what is it like in choir? Now my best friend Bree was in choir already. So I got into band, learned to play the clarinet. The spit valve grossed me out, but had lots of fun in band. But after my best friend signed me up for that first talent show, because she was like, bitch, you want to sing? Why don't you just sing? She didn't call me bitch back then. Why didn't you just sign up for the talent show? I was like, okay, bitch, I'll do it. And then she signed me up for the audition. And then I won the talent show 2 out of 3 years in a row. And then after I lost the first time, I said, fuck it, I'm going to choir. So I learned to play the clarinet, and then it motivated me to just go straight into choir. So yes, the clarinet. Question 14, can you cook? The U is in caps. Now, this is a question from Beats by Casual. He is actually a phenomenal producer in the UK. I do encourage you guys to check his shit out. He's also really funny and really friendly. He's asking me this because he was the reason, or part of the reason why I decided to make this video, because he asked me questions about myself, and then I asked him, can you cook? And apparently, nigga was like a chef or some shit. Anyway, to answer your question, yes, I am a phenomenal cook. I am fantastic at baking. I have a very strong passion for all of those things, but if it's not, like, I have roommates right now, I don't like sharing spaces. Like, I'm really big on my space. My space. So if I have to share a kitchen, like when we had another apartment, it was like I had a roommate, and because the roommate was there, I wouldn't cook like that. Unless he was like gone, then I would cook, and then I would leave the entire kitchen spotless and then act like I never cooked. So I love cooking and I love baking, but I have to have my own kitchen. Actually, one time I baked a 3-layer cake, and it was a strawberry 3-layer cake, and it had Sour Patch Kids on the inside. So when you cut into it, the Sour Patch Kids would fall out. Like, I don't play about my food. But yeah, so those were the questions. It's been 20 minutes. I can't believe I took 20 minutes on a video. But here we are. Thank you guys so much for putting your questions in. I'm really happy we get to know each other. I'll probably do this again another time soon. I'm also starting a podcast on Sunday. It's called Stepping Into the Spotlight. And this is a podcast that I'm going to be doing with my best friend, Brianna, the one I mentioned earlier. She's an aspiring comedian. Of course, I'm a musician. And Stepping Into the Spotlight is about opening up a safe space for, you know, artists, people that are in the performing arts specifically, to, you know, chat about what their experiences are, and maybe to get out of our heads about certain things, or to get more confident, or just to support each other. So the topic we'll be discussing on Sunday will be stage fright. I really look forward to seeing you guys there. Once again, thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for your support. Please keep streaming Rip Struggle Love. And my next single will be out in I'm not gonna give you a time frame, but it's in the works right now. So thank you guys again, and I will see you later. Bye.